Boom! Today on the podcast, I'm going to teach you a simple way to look at your user stories to see, are they good or are they not? All right. Now, before we go into that, my name is Scott Payne. I'm the dude that helps you get your PMP without the memorization, the boringness, the crying, the tears, the boot camps, the data dumps, the junk that you normally have to do. If you're the kind of person that's a visual person, you want to get this thing, this PMP, and you want to do it the right way, meaning you understand the concepts at the end and you can apply them, you got to come and talk to me. I'm the only horse in town that does that, all right? So my team and I are going to break things down for you simple, and we're going to explain them to you in a way that you can use, and we support you from the day you start to the day you finish. That sounds pretty darn good, right? Now, right now, before I go into the explanation, come and get the trial of my course and get into a coaching call with me. Go to PM Master Prep, click on the free trial to our accelerator, come in, watch the videos, come to a coaching call. I'll give you guidance, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You'll learn a ton. All right, so let's talk about what we came to do. All right, let me just throw it up there. It's all about investment today, or invest if you want to be more specific. Now, when we talk about user stories, here's the deal. Let's think through back. What is a user story? Well, a user story is what you do in Agile to quantify or show what the functionality or the requirements, if you come from like the waterfall world, are for your project. Big long list called the product backlog is full of all these user stories. All these little tickets, these little tabs, these little cards, they call them, of things that you could do. And we rank the list, right, from top to bottom. Now, the question is, how do we evaluate if the user stories are written in a way that's going to help us be successful? Now, the money that we spend in a sprint is invested. So this little acronym over here, I think it's over here, and like as I'm pointing, invest will help us evaluate the user stories. What does it mean? All right, so let me go. This is the criteria to assess the user stories. Right off the bat, when we have a card, let's just say this is a card. All right, we want to understand that the I, for those listening, is that the user story is independent. Now, what does that mean? It means that, like, hey, if we have two user stories, they're not covering the same thing and they're like a little mixed up. Each one is distinctive. And this is cool because like you know that like this is a quantifiable piece of work that you can pump out and it's not related. So a lot of times user stories come in a little big and we crack them apart to make them more manageable. We got to make sure that each one of them is independent of the other. That makes sense, right? Now, number two, is it negotiable or not, right? There are some things in life that this is a contractual requirement, a government required, some kind of standard that must be met. Like, okay, if that's what it is, we can't actually get around it. We know that, all right? But if it's negotiable, which 98, whatever percent of the user stories are, we need to understand that. So make sure that we have that understood to say, this is my understanding of the problem. Like I'm writing it in user story format. It's a good place to start, to get the rhythm going, but it is negotiable. So we can talk it through to find the best solution to the problem, to the need that is defined. So independent and negotiable. If we get into V, it's valuable. Now, that goes without saying, right? But how many times have you looked at the backlog and it'd be like, did I write that? How did I think that would help? What's the deal? So we want to evaluate the value in the eyes of the customer of the story. And then where it fits, on the backlog is indicated or determined by its value. And its logic, it's ordered in the mind of the product owner. But value, let's understand the value of the cards. Next, we go on to E. It's estimatable. As we're writing it, let's make sure it's estimatable, meaning we can understand it, we can quantify it in its like complexity and difficulty, those kind of things. We don't need to get down to this will take 12 hours. Wrong way to think about estimation in Agile. It's very impossible. Very impossible. Is that a thing? It's pretty darn hard. And it's the wrong way to look at things. You're going to have people chasing the rabbit down the wrong hole. If you say, tell me exactly how long it's going to take, they'll give you an answer, but it's BS. They don't know. They can't be held to it. You're setting yourself up for succeeding, for failing, and you're kind of showing your kind of naivete in estimation. Is it estimatable is what we're saying. Can we understand it? Next, as we get down to the S, is it small? Remember when I said you had like two stories that get ripped apart? A lot of times it starts out like this. I got big ideas, bro. You got big ideas. They start out like this, but we go, dude, that's too big. It's 4 stickies tucked together in a sense. As you start to refine it and move it up, you start to break it apart so it's independent, it's understandable, it's valuable, it's estimatable, and it is small. Why small? So that the team can wrap their arms around it, move it through, and just like we go to dinner at a nice Spanish restaurant that has tapas, you know what that is, right? Small plates, not big plates, small plates. We eat it, we push it on. We eat it, we push it on. Like that, stacking those plates up at the end of the day. And the last thing is, you want to guess what the T stands for? Testable. Is it testable? Do we have acceptance criteria defined? Bing, bang, boom. What are all those things that we need to make sure that we actually did it and it serves the purpose? So at the end of the day, you're going to spend money, whether you know it or not, right? People cost money, time costs money, opportunity costs, all that stuff costs money. We're investing in our team to produce increments through the creation and you know, the bringing to life of these user stories. Invest is a nice way to look at the individual stories. So I hope you learned something today. That was fun. There are many, many, many more things to get at, but if you internalize these things and you make them yours and you think through the realities, you can start to learn, dudes and dudettes. And if you want to come and talk to me, and if you have problems like, hey, dude, I think I'm pretty good, but I don't even know if I'm perfect, or I'm lost in the woods, or I just started whatever PMP process, or you don't like books, or you're a visual learner, whatever it is, I've heard it all and I can help it all. Reach out to me, PMMasterPrep.com, Scott at PM Master Prep. 757, write it down, 757-759-5282. That's my ring-a-ding phone number. Call it. Let's see if I answer. If I don't answer, I'm a liar, and I don't think I'm lying. So let's go. Let's get your PMP. See you later, alligators.